say Israel violated.
Let's ask one last question. I thought it would be bogged down in the sort of thing that I no longer do on TV because you get bogged down. What happens to a Muslim who becomes a Christian, sir?
Depends where he lives. If he lives in Canada, he could be safe for a time. But if he lives in Saudi Arabia, off with the head. That is the law. Now, if he lives in Pakistan or Egypt, I mean, I know what happens to people. A Muslim wouldn't dare become a Christian there. I know that even Christian churches don't even want a Muslim who's become a Christian to come into their congregation because they're afraid of the reaction. So they have no freedom whatsoever. So it depends where you live.
All right. Sir?
Well, the apostasy law has been much misunderstood in Islam. It became a standard law that the apostate should be put to death. And this was widely accepted in all of the major fiqh schools. But if one were to look carefully at the basis of that law, one would see that it's very shallow. There is no basis for it in the Quran. Quite the contrary. The Quran speaks about people embracing Islam, leaving it, toying with it, going back and forth. And if the Prophet Muhammad himself were killing people for doing any such thing, they wouldn't dare to do it in Medina where the Prophet Muhammad had risen to power. So it is very clear from the Quranic evidence that there should have been no such law in Islam that the apostate should be killed. Moreover, chapter 2, verse 256 in the Quran says categorically there is no compulsion in religion. And if you force a person to remain a Muslim by threatening death if he were to dare to leave, then obviously you're contradicting the Quran. So Muslims have become comfortable in some ways in acting contrary to the Quran. They have enacted laws and made them popular, but that does not mean that that is definitive of what I would want Islam to be and what I consider to be the religion of God as taught in the Quran.